What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So if you guys saw my last video about the F30, you'll know that I revealed the new wheels for the car, which are these beautiful Apex Arc 8s right over here. So again, huge thank you and shout out to Apex for working with me on these wheels. If you guys didn't watch that video, I would highly recommend watching it because I talked about everything about these wheels, the specs, the tires, and all that type of stuff. So definitely go watch it. But if you guys did watch that video, you'll remember I mentioned that before installing the wheels on the car, I wanted to make sure I ceramic coated them. So I've been dying to put the wheels on the car because these stock ones, not only are they super dirty, but they're also super beat up. And this was from the previous owner, guys. I promise this was not from me. That's not only this one, literally all four wheels are super curb rashed up. So I'm really excited to get these new wheels on. However, it is currently winter time in New York, and if you guys are familiar with this area, the weather here gets pretty bad. So before installing these wheels and having them go through all the salt and all the grime of New York winters, I wanted to make sure they're properly ceramic coated. Now I use that word properly pretty loosely because I'll be honest with you guys, I've never ceramic coated anything before. This video isn't really going to be a DIY because again, first time doing it, so I don't really feel like it's the best thing for me to tell you guys how to do it. It's not really like a cut and dry process. It's not hard to do, but it kind of requires a little more than just, you know, undo this bolt and redo this bolt. Again, I would not recommend doing it the way I'm doing it per se because I'm probably going to do it in a very ghetto way. I mean, for one, I'm literally doing it outside, so this would obviously be better inside of a garage, but I don't have a nice clean garage to do it in. That garage, it's not the best. The lighting isn't the best, so we're still gonna do it outside with some better lighting. So with all that said, we're gonna get into it. So guys, what I'm gonna be using is this Q2 rim stuff. Now, why am I gonna be using this stuff? Well, I'll be honest with you guys, I just Googled it. What's the best ceramic coating for wheels? And this was one of the top ones on the list, so I just got this on Amazon. If you guys want the same one, I will leave a link down in the description below. It does have some really good reviews, so I kind of figured why not. So now, of course, guys, before we actually get to ceramic coating, we have to make sure that the wheels are properly clean. I'm probably not going to film that part because it might be a little boring. However, I would like to note that these wheels are brand new, which was pretty obvious since I mentioned I haven't installed them on the car yet. However, we still have to make sure that they're nice and clean before we actually go ahead and start ceramic coating. Now, just to show you guys how ghetto this is going to be, that's my workbench. Yeah, this is ghetto, but that's all right. We're still gonna get it done. So with that said, guys, we're gonna get to it. Like I said, we're gonna clean the wheels off camera, so the next scene should be hopefully me ceramic coating the wheels. So let's cut to that. All right, guys, and a few minutes later, I have my wheel on my ghetto workbench right over here, and I have everything nice and clean. If you guys also notice, I put some gloves on. That way I don't get my greasy hands all over the wheel, which is actually super important. Now, before anyone gets triggered that I have the wheel face down on the box, don't worry, it is concave, so it's not like it's really touching it. I'll just put a microfiber cloth down just in case, but I don't think this is gonna damage the wheel. If this damages the wheel, then we have some bigger problems. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna start off first on the inner barrel, and then after that, we'll flip it over and we'll do the face. Now, as you guys know, just looking at this and just knowing these wheels, or even looking at the wheels that are still over here, these wheels have a pretty complex face to them. They're absolutely beautiful, don't get me wrong. However, ceramic coating these are going to be a bit of a pain, like literally getting inside all these little crevices with that little sponge that they give you in the ceramic coating kit, which I will show you guys in a minute here. But so I'm really just hoping I can do my best with this. I'm really not expecting perfection. I watched a whole bunch of videos online, and for wheels like this one where they tend to be a little more complicated, people use these other sponges and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't have anything like that, and I don't know where to get it, so it is what it is, guys. Personally, I just want to get this over with. I'm just dying to install these wheels on the car, hence why I'm really not going crazy and getting like that special sponge or something, because I just want to get the wheels on the car already. Now, in this kit, you get a few things, if I can just lay it down over here and show you guys. So you're going to get, of course, the ceramic coating itself, which you guys can tell is that bottle right in here. It doesn't look like much, but they do say that this product goes a long way, so this should hopefully be enough to do all four wheels. Other than that, you have your applicator sponge, I think they refer to it as. Again, guys, I'm still learning all this stuff. I'm definitely not a detailer, can barely even get it outside the box. So you have this thing right over here. It has a soft side to it. However, you're not really going to be using this. What you're really going to be using is these microfiber cloths. I don't know, applicator cloths. I don't know, man, there's something. So you put them on top of your applicator sponge, and then you basically pour your ceramic coating onto this thing. You wipe it on the wheel, and then you quickly buff it out with a microfiber cloth. So now this is something I kept on getting confused about because a whole bunch of videos that I watched, they said you have to let it sit for like a minute or two before buffing it off. However, this kit says to wipe it off immediately. So I'm kind of like, maybe I should leave it on for a minute or two. but maybe I should just listen to the kit that I actually bought and just buff it off immediately. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it's not wrong. Again, the struggle is gonna be getting this like very square applicator sponge in those tight spots. So we'll see what we're gonna do about that. But for now, guys, I'm gonna throw you on this tripod and I'm gonna start doing this thing. Again, don't laugh at me if I'm doing it wrong. I'm learning. Alright guys, so I think I'm done with this wheel. I honestly can't even tell you, but I went through the whole thing. As you guys saw, I did the inner barrel first. That was pretty easy to do with the sponge. Obviously, you're really just dealing with a flat but rounded surface there, but again, still pretty flat. However, the face of the wheel, a lot more complicated. I told you guys this was gonna be ghetto, and I was not lying. At some point, I literally just stitched the sponge. I put the applicator, cloth, whatever you wanna call it, on my finger, and I just started applying it that way. I'm not sure if that's wrong. I don't know if I messed it up. However, I can definitely say this, with that big sponge, there was no way I was getting into like these little curvatures or crevices, whatever you want to call them. However, using my finger, I was a lot more mobile. And get that dirty joke out of your mind, guys. I know what you're thinking. But yeah, anyways, after that, of course, I buffed it all off. I'm hoping I used enough product. I think that's my biggest fear right now, because I'll be honest with you guys, after doing this entire wheel, I really didn't use that much product. Now, I know they say a little goes a long way with this. However, I'm not sure if I used maybe a little too little. That sounds weird, but you guys know what I mean. Either way, guys, I'm gonna call this done. Again, I did this one wheel. I still have to do all the other wheels over there. I didn't even clean them yet, because I knew if I cleaned them, they'd probably just get dirty being outside again. I know in terms of like letting it cure, some videos said like 4 hours, some videos said 12 hours. The instructions on mine didn't really specify, at least not what I read. However, I'm just gonna give it 24 hours just in case. It's already getting dark. I can't even make a video about mounting the wheels on today anyways. So what I'll probably do is I'll just finish the rest of those wheels off camera. Now, obviously guys, in terms of ceramic coating your wheel, the main objective is to make it easier to clean and to protect it a little bit. Now, obviously this being a daily driver wheel for a daily driver car, these wheels are gonna be subjected to a lot. Potential curb rash when my wife drives it, but that's a whole other issue. Ceramic coating, I'm hoping, will at least help out the wheels, stay protected from the salt, make them easier to clean during the winter, and all that type of stuff. That's my main goal with ceramic coating these wheels. Ceramic coating a wheel isn't gonna like just protect it. As much as I wish there was a way to protect a wheel like that, because these are very, very nice wheels, very expensive wheels, and I really want to keep them in good shape forever, and then ideally until at least the spring, where like car show season, specifically in New York, starts up again. So it's probably stupid of me regardless to put these wheels on this car in the middle of January and February, but I'm stupid, so I'm gonna do it regardless. So with that said, guys, this video is pretty much done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.